everybody, Wayne here. In today's Let's Play, I'm going to play Warfighter, the fantasy card game, designed by DVG. I'm actually going to continue my campaign. I already have a campaign setup video. This will be the first adventure that our party of heroes is going to go on. So let's get out of the table and get it started. Alright, so the two things that we want to do to finish our campaign setup so we can get into our game here is we need to create the town deck. I mentioned this before in my setup video, but it lists how many cards you're supposed to have in the deck right here. You just stack them with the higher difficulty, so starting with the mythical on bottom, then you do legendary on top, renown, common, and nuisance. It'll give you a quantity, which means that you're going to be leaving some out, right? So each campaign you play, you're never going to know which towns exactly you're going to have. So starting off, mythical on the bottom, we have one. I've already separated them out from the ones. These will be the ones left over. So one mythical on the bottom, one legendary on the bottom, two renown above that. There's a 3 common, and then finally 2 of the nuisance towns. This town, or this deck of cards, will form the draw deck for the towns. And then over here, we go ahead and have the leftovers. We can go ahead and set them aside, put them in your box. And the second thing is we want to create our item deck. Now, the game has, core game comes with item cards, and then the expansions have extra item cards. By the way, I'm still playing with just the core game for these videos. But what you want to do, you want to narrow this down to 20 cards, and you want to make sure that they are cards that that are useful for your heroes. So the nice thing is you build the item deck, right? So you're not going to, there's a lot of games where you play and you get treasure items and you get ones that your guys can't even use. In Warfighter Fantasy, you get to build the deck yourself. So we have, what do we have? We have a cleric, we have a wizard, we have a thief. We have a good combination. We don't have a dedicated fighter. Most of the stuff is probably going to be good. Things we like. Fire rubies that are like, basically it's like a grenade. It's a fancy version of a grenade. A mace, obviously we're going to want something like that. Tome of Learning, any hero that has focus. So that would be our Kymor, our human wizard. Secret passage map. Objective has not been activated. Move the timer counter 1 space backward. That's a really nice one, actually. And there's a bunch of ones like that. So there's something you may not want would be, maybe we would kick out and say, well, something like maybe this fitted chainmail armor. Aaron has studded armor right now. Maybe we'll say, I don't know, although actually, never mind, that is a good one. Maybe there was something like this short sword. It's a pointed weapon. It's edged. The only one of our player heroes, right, because we have 1 player hero and then we have 2 squad heroes. The only one of our heroes that can hold equipment is Aaron, and Aaron cannot use his weapons have to be blunt. They can't be, sharp, edged, pointed. So if something like this fine short sword, we wouldn't want to include it because it couldn't be used by any of our heroes. So I'll work through this off camera, get my 20 item deck built. I just wanted to go over that a little bit on camera and explain it. I'll get that built. We'll have our adventure counter, and what we'll do is we're going to start off, and I'll build up the different decks of cards, get them ready, but then we'll grab I'll draw from the town deck, and we'll have our first adventure with our campaign here. So let's get going. All right, I have the various decks of cards out we should need. I have the hostile bags filled. We have our dice. We have our 3 hero counters. We have where we are, and we have the inactive counters we placed on the objective. So, and everyone should have all their equipment, their experience, the torches, focus mana, their action tokens, everything like that. We should be good to go. So let's draw the first card. We are beginning first adventure in the world of Plumeria. Drawing from the town deck, it'll be a nuisance town. Flip her over. Silvergate, which Silvergate is right here, almost in the center. Silvergate, which we will go ahead and put our party icon so you can see there's a town side and then there is a dungeon side. Place the town side on Silvergate. Town, Silvergate, this is a nuisance town. There is a special skill test on here if we want. Study in the ancient library. Roll lore with a +1 bonus for 1 hero with focus to gain 2 focus. Well, we definitely want to try that. So lore +1, which lore is going to be what Kymor has. His lore is 7. We're not going to spend experience up on it. Let's just do the 7. We had a +1 though, so that becomes a 6+. We just have to roll 6+ on a d10. 7, we got it. So He studied in the ancient library and learned some secrets. So focus, he gained 2 more focus. We'll go ahead and throw that on him. Very nice. Good job, Kymore. 2 focus is enough to cast Fire Hands or half of Ice Hands. So we'll take it though. All right. So when you place, you place your town here. You're going to go ahead and place our hero counters there on Silvergate to show that that's where we are. And again, we've also placed the party location counter here on the Silvergate on the campaign map. Now we can do anything in town. We can replenish. You know, there's town activities, buy and sell items, pay for healing. We don't need to do any of that though because this is the first adventure, right? So we don't need to heal up. We're not in between adventures. We're just going on our first one. So let's go to that town's adventure. So I'm going to go ahead and dig out the adventure for Silvergate. It's going to be the actual adventure card. There's going to be a objective location, so where we need to make it to. There's going to be the hostiles and then the minions that go with that adventure. So let me dig those out and place those on the board. All right, so I went ahead and placed out the adventure. It is Skyline. Skyline is an adventure that is for Silvergate, Town Silvergate, and the World of Plumeria. This adventure, we are going to be delving in the dungeon. There will be 2 nuisance locations. Those are the numbers here on the right are. So that's why I left 2 spots open. And I placed the objective card here. The objective is the Airy, and that is the location where Bashira, the Harpy boss lady, is going to be that we're going to want to fight. So we have Bashira here, which I went ahead and placed, and then Bashira has some Harpy minions that are going to be there as well. So when we make it to that location, we're going to have to deal with them. Now, there's one thing I did want to mention quick is, and I don't know if every core game has this or just the Kickstarter one. It mentioned Kickstarter exclusive, but DVG a lot of times puts this stuff in all of them, which would be cool anyway. So the Nation Guide for Plumeria. One of the things you can do is you can check out an area. So for instance, right now we are looking at Silvergate, right? So we're in the town of Silvergate. Located at the southern tip of the mountain range on Plumeria's western border, Silvergate is a vital fortress as well as trading center for the Plumerian Empire. I won't read all this to you guys, but what's interesting here at the last paragraph or 2 is if you talk kindly with the local farmers, pay 2 experience, they will tell you of Bashira's flights as of late. With this knowledge, you will be able to see the pattern of when she takes her foraging flights. Armed with this information, you can climb the steep ledges of the area when she isn't there and catch her unawares when she returns from a flight. This knowledge gives you an additional +3 on your climb pick roll in the area. Now, what that matters, why that's important, is when you look over here on the objective, entering it, we have to make a climb roll with a pick using pick +2, which Whisper has pick at 8+ or 6+ with upgun. So with a +2, so best case scenario would be 4+. Well, what happens if you fail? Heroes must also discard 2 action cards when entering or leaving the striking area. That's pretty tough. So I think we're going to spend the 2 experience points. So let's go ahead and use up 2 of Whispers. Remember, they're basically shared in the Warfighter universe to gain the extra knowledge. So we dealt with the local farmers, and now we have that extra knowledge. So we're going to get a +3 on our climb pick roll in the area. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to throw down this like bandage here. Hopefully that'll be a reminder that I get a +3 on that roll. Okay, yeah, so again, it's kind of cool that there's some like flavor text and good stuff like that. So always remember that in these in the Nation Guide. Okay, I think that's it though. We have everything set up, we're ready to go. And then we'll go ahead and flip our location counter here on Silvergate to show that we're now delving down into the dungeon. I'm gonna draw my hand of cards, and then let's see, before I do that though, let's see, I think did I cover everything on here? So we'll enter here, it'll take 1 to enter, right? The location cost, classic Warfighter stuff. And if you're doing fighting here, it'll take 1 action to get in striking range. When we beat this adventure, we'll get 4 hero points. Those hero points can be spent to level up our heroes. You can save them adventure to adventure as well. And then the timer, let's go ahead and put it up on 6. So we'll have 6 turns to make it through. You can see it has the objective Airy with Bashira there, and then loadout bonus is +0, so just straight loadout. So, all right, let's go ahead and I'm gonna draw my 6 action cards, right? Yep. 4 health plus 2 hand size, so I get 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we'll see what we got here. Unengaged, play when you or any hero declares a non-explosion attack, and no hostile attacks are targeting the hero at +2/+2. So for something if it's someone else who's not currently being attacked. Advancing attack, add 1 vuln, but then you get a +4. Clash, if we have any location markers, oh, we do get 1. Whew, thankfully, so we'll set that aside. Clash, when you or any hero inflicting wounds with a hand-to-hand attack, inflict 1 additional wound. Also 1 wound on that hero. Ooh, I don't like that card. Block, play when any hero when striking is about to suffer wounds. Suffer 1 or 2 fewer wounds. That's an amazing card. I love that one. And flank attack. Play when you or any hero declares an explosion attack, and none of the active hostile attacks are targeting you. +2/+1. A lot like the unengaged, basically. So, okay. I'm going to put these down here. And then that location marker, we will go ahead and discard the location marker and draw a nuisance location. Because remember, there's 2 nuisance locations that we're going to need here. So, right? Yep, 2 of them. So, go ahead and draw. Locked door. So, this is one that we can potentially use here. So, dungeon card. 1 action to play. If we do a lock when we move in with a pick, roll +2. Fail, move the timer counter 1 space forward. Ooh, yikes. And then you have to use an action to play it, huh? That's kind of tough. Okay. Unfortunate on that one. That's not a good location to draw. So, okay, we are currently at Silvergate at the beginning of the town. Let's go ahead and enter into the dungeon itself. Cost of 1. So we are going to, let's see. Yep, let's go ahead and spend. So Whisper, he has a move and a 1. So he will use an action to go ahead and move, and he will move into beginning of the dungeon. Kymor has no bonus movement, neither does Aaron. So they both have to use a movement, use an action, excuse me, and they will have to discard cards. Let's go ahead clash, because I don't like that one anyway. And then same with advancing attack. Let's get rid of that one. I like block, flank attack, and engage so far. So get rid of those. All right. Oh, how many did I get rid of? Yeah, that was it. Okay, and then that one as well. Perfect. Okay, we moved in here, so we're now down into the dungeon. Let's go ahead and play the locked door. 1 action to play, though. Oh, that's a bummer. But let's go ahead and do it anyway. So 1 action to play. So Aaron will spend their action, and he will go ahead and play the locked door. Locked door is placed. Enter cost is 0, which is pretty nice. And it'll have 1 nuisance monster. So let's go ahead. And everything's on here, too. So if you're going to kind of forget what it is, or what to do, the sequence of play is on here. New location, you play the card. Play location. Resolve it, which would be drawing hostile cards, placing hostile counters, and then resolving hostiles, right? Fighting them. So 1 nuisance hostile. We got Skeletal Swordsman. I think we just fought them. You know what? I'm not going to... My other playthrough, we just fought those. So I'm going to... what do you call that when you don't want to do something? You mulligan it. We're going to mulligan that one. Instead, we're going to deal with... We just dealt with them too. I want a different creature. There we go. Vampiric bats. Oh, I probably shouldn't have done this one. So, vampiric bats. Here's what we're going to fight. So, we're going to have 4 vampiric bats, and they each have 2 health. They only have 1 attack each, though, which is kind of nice. Flying, evil, be hit -1. Ugh. All right, so they will be in the locked door area. And there are 4 of them, so we'll draw 4 of the targeting counters. 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, so 1 on Aaron, and then 3 on Kymor. That is horrible luck. Poor old Kymor. Let's move that down, actually, just like I did before. I want to be able to see. All right, okay. All right, well, I don't want to... see, Aaron used up all of his actions. I don't want to move in there and try to start fighting them, especially with... Aaron already used up all of his actions. Everyone else has 1 action done each. So, in fact, all they'd be able to do is move in there, I think, and then that would be it. So, let's go ahead. They're going to sit tight. So, I think we're going to pass. I don't think there's anything we can do. Because we want the vampiric bats to come to us. So, let's go ahead. Yeah, let's go ahead and sit tight. Basically, pass on our actions. Go to the end of game turn. Recover any focus, luck, toughness. Don't need to. Everyone's maxed out on those. Pay retain costs, don't need to. Hostiles close range, boom. So now they're going to move. As vampiric bats are in a locked door. They're going to go ahead and move into Skyline, the opening area of the adventure. So we're just going to assume that's where they are. And to do that, we will move our adventurers to range 0. Our heroes, if you will, to range 0 on the tactical map. Remove hostile vuln counters, are none. Advanced adventure timer, bummer, down to 5 already. We have a no guard roll, flip shadow counters, it's already no shadows. Heroes and hostiles flip their action counters, we'll do that. There's only a couple right now. And then remove any temporary, there are no temporary. So now we are done with turn 1, and we're going to go, or well, yeah, the first turn of our adventure, right? So we're from turn 6 down to turn 5. We're all in this area right here, and hopefully we'll be fighting and taking care of some vampiric bats. So let's do it. All right, new turn. We are in the skyline entry of the dungeon area. Range 0. Let's start closing in and let's cause some damage here. So first off, Whisper, free action. Try to go into Shadows, which is his ability right now is Shadows 8+, 6+ with a XP. I don't want to use an XP for that, so we'll just do 8+. Or should I? No, we'll just do the 8+. 10, beautiful. So Whisper is in Shadows. Very nice. All right, let's go ahead and get Kymor in there. Kymor's got that sweet either ice hands or fire hands. Let's go ahead and do that. So let's go ahead and get him in striking range. So we will spend one of his let's see, hang on. Let's see the cost. Okay, yep, the cost is 1, so it's gonna cost us. All right, so yeah, Kymor will spend an action to move, because it's a cost of 1 action. Move into striking range. So go ahead and move him down there. And now it's to be a hostile reaction. So we don't want Kymor getting hit, or at least as little as possible here. So let's go ahead and use the hostile targeting Aaron. So cause him to act. See what we got here. This has 2+ health, of course. Let's see here. He would be rolling a 1d10, any bonuses, anything like that. And then we do have a studded armor, but let's not worry about that right now. So go ahead and roll, attack, and then the defeat cover. Cover is defeated, yes. Then with a roll of 2, though, no worries. We suffer a vuln on us. So Aaron takes a vuln. Okay. All right, so now let's go ahead and cast, should we do fire hands or ice hands? Ice hands can have up to 5 dice, but they only hit on a 7. 2, 1, I don't like that. Let's just do, and it's half the cost. Let's just do the fire hands. So we'll spend an action, cast fire hands. We'll use 2 focus to cast it. And then we will spend an XP to go down to 1 to do fire, to upgun it. So we get 3 of the dice. And let's see here. Oh, and then penetration is 0. So we'll roll against them. They have a cover of 1, so it's going to automatically pen. And then we just need 6s or higher to hit. No other bonuses we have, right, on hand? Nothing like that? No. Oh, that's okay, though. All right, let's roll. 6s, 6s, 6s. 5, 7, and 8. So we got 2 hits. It's very nice. So 2 hits. Let's go ahead and get rid of 1 entirely. Yeah, let's get rid of 1 entirely. So eliminate 1 of the vampiric bats. There's no keywords in the main area here. Actually, that one doesn't really have any either. So no big keywords for us to get fodder, fortunately. Not even that one location. My last playthrough, if you guys watched it, basically every place had fodder, which was awesome because we was racking up the XPs. But anyway, okay, so yeah, that'll cause a hostile reaction, of course. So let's have this one target who's targeting Kymor, unfortunately. Roll to hit Kymor. A 2, and then defeats cover. So miss, but then defeats cover. So Kymor gets a vuln as well. And let's get Aaron now. Aaron will spend an action to move into striking range. Yeah, let's do that. And let me double check his minor heal, intervention. That's a nice one. And storm. Oh, I was looking at. Ooh, do Carbine Storm's a nice one. Takes a lot though. All right, so we're good right now. Let's not worry about any of his powers right now. So, all right, he moved, right? So he spent an action. So this causes a hostile reaction. So last one's going to go attacking Kymor with a +2/+1. So we got a 4 and a 7. So defeats cover, but the 4 is still a miss, thankfully. So that is just another vuln. So Kymor is up to +4/+2. Not good on old Kymor, but that's okay. All right, now Aaron here, and we're gonna have basically free actions because all of the hostiles have acted. Aaron's gonna go ahead, use an action, and let's just swing with the flail, I think. So Aaron has a +1 hand-to-hand, and the flail, let's do the regular attack, hits on a 5. So we only need to roll a 4 or higher, which is nice. So let's go ahead and swing at, let's reuse any of, let's see. No, he's being targeted. And this to prevent wounds. All right, let's just roll for attack. We need a, what I say? We need a 4. At least a 4 to hit, and then any number on the D6 will defeat cover. So we need a 4, we got a 3. Hang on a second. There is a spell, or a divine power. Cast over hero rolls for an attack. Add 1 to any one of the attack D10 dice rolled. Intervention. We cast Intervention. It costs 3 divinity. So let's go ahead and use 3 there. I know, using up 3 of them, but I feel like I want to. That'll make this, that one die, this will make a 3 a 4, which will then cause enough for an actual wound. So let's go ahead and wound. We definitely want to attack one of the ones that's 2 here, because one of the ones that's actually going after poor old Kymor here. Now, Whisper, he'll spend an action to move into striking range. No reaction, remember there's no hostiles left that can act. And finally, he'll conduct just his attack, which he is in the shadows. So he gets a +2/+1 to his attack. And he'll go ahead and attack the one that's already wounded. So let's see. Yep, +2/+1, and he hits on a 9. So we need to roll a 7. Yep, need to roll a 7. 9, beautiful. We got a hit, and we defeated cover. So he takes 2 wounds. So he is eliminated. Beautiful. That hostile out of here. All right, down to only the 2 hostiles. I think that's everyone. Yep, that's everyone. So recovery, focus, luck, toughness. Didn't have to use any. Oh, did we use any focus? Actually, I think Kymor did. Kymor's already maxed out though at 5, isn't he? Yep, he is. So those were bonus focus, remember, from the lore. You don't get back bonus focus, unfortunately. Hostiles close range are already there. Remove hostile vuln counters, are none. Advanced turn marker, unfortunate. Guard roll. Flip shadow. Oh, wait a second. Did Aaron get a hit? Aaron did get a hit, by the way, which I always forget this. If we're trying to remember, Aaron, you gain 2 divinity for each wound you inflict with a hand-to-hand attack. So we get 2 divinity back. Sorry, I just totally thought of that as I was looking at my guys. I'm like, wait a second. Aaron gets 2 divinity back. We're going to need that because we want to use his powers. So anyway, flip shadow counters. Move that back. So he is not in shadows. Flip the hero and hostile action counters, which I'll do that off camera, and remove any temporary action counters. And on to the next turn. All right. Heroes. Let's go heroes. Whisper, he will attempt to hide in shadows. Again, we're not going to spend any XP on that. So he needs to roll, what is it, an 8+. Shadows 8+, yep. 10, beautiful. I like that. Okay, he is in shadows. And that's a free action. Okay, let's do, should Kymor do another Fire Hands? I think so. So Kymor's going to go ahead and do another Fire Hands. We're going to roll, or excuse me, we're going to spend an action for the Fire Hands, and then as part of the cost, you can pay with a second action. So he's going to do that, and we will spend an XP to upgun it. So we get 3 dice. And once again, we get 3 dice. We need a 6 or higher. And also, I just realized the Vampiric Bat has a -1 to hit on him. So a couple of his attacks, 1 or 2 of them, maybe not have hit before. Oh well, too bad. But we're going to go ahead and remember it now. So we need a 7+. 7+. Come on, baby. Well, it's a 10, a 9, and a 2. So, and even with the 1, we still beat cover. So that is 2 hits, which eliminates, and we're definitely going to eliminate the one that was on Kymor. eliminate him. So very nice. All right. One left, and that will be a hostile reaction, of course. So he will attack Aaron. Aaron is vuln, +2/+1. So he will get a +2/+1 on his roll against Aaron. So that is a 9 and a 5, so definitely defeats cover. And then the 9 is a hit, which will cause 1 wound. Okay, but Aaron has studded armor, so check the sturdiness. Cover of 4, so 4 or less, the armor will absorb the wound. That's a 2, so it does absorb it. Just goes from 8 down to 7. Very nice. It's always nice having armor on your tanks in this game, that's for sure. So, okay, and that was actually the only hostile that's left now, so it'll be kind of, I don't want to say easy, but we can start doing some other things we need to do here. Let's go ahead and, well, let's get some hits on it, though. So let's do Whisper will take an action to attack. He's in shadows, right? So he gets plus, what is it? +2/+1. And then let's do flank attack. Adds +2/+1. So a total of +4. +4 needs a 9, so he rolls a 5. We got a 4. Are you serious? Let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we need a 9 to hit. Do an intervention again. That costs 3 divinity. Yeah. Well, and the -1. Don't forget the -1 to hit. So actually, what are we at here? So pretend this is a 3, right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I would need 2 more. Okay, I don't think I have anything from that. So, okay. All right, that's a miss. All right, so that one's a miss. Good job on that, using that card. And then Whisper will try again. And he will use unengaged. Oh, I need to pay an XP for the upgun and to apply to Whisper anyway. So, all right, never mind. Whisper will just attack, but it'll just do a regular attack here. Again, we have to get a +2/+1, but the -1 there, right? So it's only a +1. You have to roll at least an 8 to hit. A 10, that'll do it. That'll do it for sure. So that'll get a wound. A wound. Remember, this bad guy does have. Oh, and then the miss last time that did cause a vuln anyway. So actually would have been even better. Oh, I know I'm a mess right now, guys. Sorry, I'm missing all the little rules right now. Let's just say this: Warfighter games, you got to be on top of your game when you are playing to remember all the little modifiers. And I'm not there right now, guys. I am clearly struggling. Oh man. All right, I've wanted to do another adventure here. I just didn't realize that I would be forgetting half the little modifiers in the game. But just something to be aware of when you're playing Warfighter games. Okay, so we got that hit. Vulned. Now, what else we want to do? We want Aaron's going to go ahead and spend an action to attack. +2/+1. +1 for hand-to-hand. Total of +3. +3/+1, he's a 5. So as long as he rolls a 3, because remember the -1 for that, right? So it's pretend that's only a +1, +2, and he hits on a 5. So he just needs to roll 3 or higher. You got a 2, but we will use intervention. So we'll spend 3. Under 1. To get the hit, which will then give us 2 back because of Odin the Wise ability. And also, that defeats, that's a hit, and causes the hostile to be eliminated, which is very nice. All right. And with the hostile being eliminated, we get 4 experience, which we definitely can use. Give them to Aaron. And then treasure, we get 2 copper. That's it though, nothing else, huh? 2 copper, that's it. Any more than 2 copper. We'll put them over here. You may not be able to see it on camera. All right, and get this guy out of here. Let's do him over here. Perfect. Now, Aaron, Kymore, back into Skyline here. Which, by the way, Aaron does have, has 1 action left. He's going to spend an action to reduce his vuln back to 0. Only thing left is Kymor has 2 vuln, which really sucks, but it is what it is. Okay, I think that's it for everybody here. Yep. So we took care of the first baddie anyway. We have no actions left though, so we're gonna have to end the turn. Recover focus, luck, and toughness. Everyone should be good. Retain cost, no. Hostile skull drainage, no hostiles, no hostile vulns. Game turn timer marker goes on to 3. Yikes. No guard roll, flip or shadow counters, and then flip all of our action counters. Remove any temporary ones. Okay. All right. Finish up this turn here. On to the next one. All right. Let's go ahead and move. Start moving over here. So Whisper will spend an action to move into locked door area. Same with Kymor. Have a free move. Actually, I'm not going to spend an action yet. Hang on. And then Aaron will spend an action to move. And then Aaron will go ahead and spend an action to do a discard and draw. We're going to discard both these cards, although they're, well, I'll leave block. That's, well, no, I'm going to do both of them. Forget it. To get 6, actually. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hopefully we get something to help with movement, maybe. Like pay for the cost of a move would be really nice. Undaunted, remove vuln, or that one. That one's really nice. Actually, deadly attack. Inspiration, rush in. Those are actually, I did get some good ones. And location marker. This was a great draw. So we have our location marker, and we'll draw a nuisance location, which is Pit Trap. Oh man, dungeon must play, free to play. Ugh. All right, well, we'll go ahead and place it then. Since it is must play. Free to play trap when we enter it, not from out of nowhere. So that's when we enter it. There will be 1 nuisance monster. If there's a hostile there, considering it's a pit trap, you think that'd be enough to hurt you. But and then I forgot the event on this space. We'll cover that in a second. So cave spiders. Ugh, yuck. All right, so 10 cave spiders. Let's, I guess, hang on for them for a second. So we have our locked door here, by the way. When Whisper went in, we have to do the action here and do the trap. So we have to roll lock. Pick, which is 8, 6+ if we upgun. Let's go ahead and spend an XP to upgun it. To get a 6+, we have a bonus of 2, so it'll be 4+. So as long as we roll 4+, we will not set off the, or fail the lock, I guess, or whatever. Maybe take too long. 5, beautiful. We beat it, so no worries there. That would have moved the timer, which is not what we want to do. And by the way, placing your location, Aaron has special ability. Hang on. Haste. Cast when a hero places a location or activates an objective. Move the counter timer 1 space backwards, only once per location. That is 6 cost, which is a lot, but it's worth it to me. So we'll spend this 5 and the 1 there. Spend 6. So that'll put the counter timer back up to 4. That should be good the rest of the game. We should be able to make it through, I think. Hopefully, right? Without having any... I just want to deal with the guards stacking up on us. So, all right. Let's see. We got some baddies there. We took care of the trap. That one. Some of these cave spiders are here. No fodder there either. Oh, no. All right. Let's go ahead and assign our 2 hits here. So 1, 2, 3, 4... 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Damn, that's a lot of them. So that's something about this game. I don't know why there's so many damn hostile. Like, oh, cave spiders. There's a swarm of 10 of them. Like, I don't want. There's a lot of these hostiles have like swarms, or just have a lot of them. Dude, I don't want to fight this many bad guys. Like, it's not even fun to have to roll the. All right, here we go. So we got our targeting counters assigned here, which technically I think maybe you're supposed to wait till you're in the same area as them. Who cares? I don't care. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's play Undaunted card. You are any hero, which we will do an XP, so we can do it on Whisper. Oh, I'm sorry, not on Whisper, but on Kymor. Can remove a vuln. Yep. And then, so that'll pay for, should we do 1 vuln or 2? 2 technically, huh? Yeah. And then, So it'll remove, or 1 bone, excuse me. So do 1. That's that card. And then Kymor will go ahead and spend an action to move. He'll move into the area. And then he will spend his last action to remove a Vuln. So he is up to full, at least he's not weak anymore. And then entrance cost requirements, we'll save that for the Aerie. Okay, I think these are good here. Yeah. What do we have left? Whisper has 1 action left, but definitely does not want to go into Pit Trap by himself against Cave Spider, so he'll hang back. He'll pass on his turn. So we'll go to the end of game turn. Recover Focus, Luck, and Toughness. No need. Retain costs. Hostiles close range. Cave Spiders are going to move from the Pit Trap area to the locked door area with us. I should say location. We'll advance the Adventure Timer. So back down to 3. No guard roll. Flipper shadow counters. Already in no shadows. And then everyone goes back to not acted. And then, yeah, we're going to start the next turn here. So our goal will be, we got a few turns to make it, so we should be good. We'll fight these baddies here. And then at that point, we'll move here. We'll activate the area, and we'll move in. They'll stay in there. They won't move. And then we'll go in there and start kicking some butt. So, but we're going to have to deal with these spiders first. So, all right, next turn. All right, let's start off. Let's, our usual Whisper. Let's try to get him in shadows. Free roll. We have to roll a plus with a bonus of, I totally forgot this these other times. So, again, I am forgetting lots of little things. Sorry, guys. By the way, where are we at? We're in the locked door location. We have a +2. So, a little sneaky guy, little icon. So, here he should have a +3. I don't even think he failed any of his rolls, so it didn't matter. But he gets a +2. So, technically, he only has to roll a 6 or higher. And he gets a 2, of course. So I needed a +6 to work. Oh, well. All right. So Whisper failed behind shadows. That's okay. It's free action. Let's go ahead. Let's move Kymor into striking range, which we're in locked door area. It'll take 1 action. So, yep. So Kymor will use an action to move into striking range. Which means to get a reaction against, we'll use one of the ones targeting, hostiles targeting Aaron, because, of course, he is stronger-ish. Now, they're swarming. There's at least 2 of them, right, attacking him. So they get a +2 to their roll. So it's a 3 and defeats cover. 3 is a miss, but Aaron will suffer a Vuln. Now, Kymor here, he's going to definitely use an action, and he's going to cast Fire Hands. They're weak to fire, so he definitely wants to do that. As the payment for the spell, he'll use 2 focus. Cast his Fire Hands, and we'll use an XP for sure to upgun it. So get 3 dice and 0 cover, so automatically defeats cover. We need 6 or higher, but we have a +2 against fire, and be hit is +2. First off, which is awesome. So what that means is that we get a +4 to our rolls, so we only need to roll 2s or higher to get hits. 4, 5, and 3. So normally it'd be a terrible roll, but thanks to all the bonuses, we got 3 hits. Love that. Let's go ahead and eliminate ones targeting Kymor. And they're 1 health each, so we can eliminate 3 of them. Should we eliminate all the ones targeting Kymor? Actually, yeah, well, it does have Iron Deflect. Let's do 2 that are on Kymor, and then 1 of the ones that's on Whisper, because it does have a bunch. So, all right, we'll do that. And still no fodder in that area, though. That's such a bummer. Okay. All right, and that'll cause a hostile reaction, obviously. So let's go ahead and have one of them attacking Aaron to attack. +2. That's a 9, so it's an 11. Becomes an 11. 11 and 5, and 11 is 1 wound. We'll check studded armor. 7 sturdiness is 4 cover, so 4 or less. Yep, hits the armor. So the armor goes down to 6. I can find it here. There we go. Down to 6. Beautiful. We get an action. Let's do Aaron. Go ahead and spend an action to move into striking range. Cause a reaction. Hit with Aaron has a +2, +1 on him, and a +2. I think we're at that before. Oh well. So 2, 3, 4, Total plus 4, or excuse me, yeah, so there's a swarm. The total plus 4, actually. Jeez. So it's 12 and beats cover. 12 is a hit. Check his armor. 5, that beats the armor, so it actually, he's going to take a wound. Is there a way to avoid the wound? Oh, I got rid of my card that eliminates a wound, huh? Or, you know what I mean? Stand firm. For 1 viewer vuln. Okay. All right, never mind. He will take a wound. Oh, no. Aaron, I'm hit. Well, it's 4 health, actually, so it's kind of a bummer. It's okay. Not the end of the world. Luckily, he is a cleric, so he can heal himself. All right, and then speaking of which, Aaron is going to go ahead and attack. He'll start swinging. He has +1, +1, and then, so he only needs a 4. 2 hit is +2, though, so it actually has a total of +3. And then, I'm not going to worry about that. So let's do +3. Boom, that's 13. That annihilates one of them. So we're going to eliminate the one of the ones that is targeting Whisper the Thief. And I'm going to play Inspiration. Play when any hero eliminates a hostile. That hero gains XP equal to the hostile's printed health. You only had 1, but hey, 1 is better than none. We're kind of scrambling for XP this game because though we don't have the fodder keyword on a bunch of these dungeon locations like we did last adventure you guys saw. Okay, it causes a hostile reaction. Let's go ahead and have attack, I guess attack Kymor, get it over with, huh? Okay. I'll attack Kymor. Just no +2 though, because it's not a swarm, it's only one of them. So it's an 8. That is a hit. However, Kymor is going to use Minor Deflect, which costs 1 focus. So we can roll to see if he can reduce any of his wounds. An 8, that does reduce 1 fewer wound. Perfect. So it does not take a wound. And now let's get Whisper up close. So Whisper will go ahead and move into striking range. The reactive spider here will attack him with a +2. So it's a 10 and defeats cover. So that is it's a hit. It's going to cause a wound. Whisper has dodgy. Pay 1 XP when you're suffering wounds from hostile attack. We'll take that. Hopefully we get a 4 or higher. We get 1 fewer wound. A 9, so 1 fewer wound. So one becomes 0. Thanks to the dodgy skill. Beautiful. And then Whisper will go ahead and attack. Last action, just take a swing. He doesn't have a good chance at it, unfortunately, because he's not hiding in shadows. So a straight, he needs a 9. He has no bonuses other than the B hit is +2, so a 7 or higher. Boom, that is a hit, actually. So he takes 1 out. Perfect. We'll take out the one I was going to get a hit. So there we go. Very nice. Okay, we have all our actions. They've all acted, so we are good for this turn. Recover focus, luck, and toughness. We get focus here. Poor Kymor here gets his focus. He has, yeah, he definitely gets some. So he gets, 1 back. Retain cost, no. Hostiles close range, no. Hostile phone counters, no. Advance timer down to 2. Yikes. Guard roll, no. Flip our shadow counter. He was never in shadows. And we flip our action counters over and start the next turn. All right, new turn. Whisper, go ahead, try to hide in shadows. Need a 8+, plus a bonus of +2, so 6+. Beautiful. Hiding in shadows. That was free action, by the way. And now let's go ahead and Kymor will spend 2 actions to get off a Fire Hand spell, and we'll spend an XP to upgun it. Definitely. That gives us 3 dice, and remember we get they're weak against fire, so that's +2, and B hit is +2, so we roll +4. So we just need to roll 2 or higher? Yeah, 2 or higher. Very nice. 1, 2, 3. That's 3 hits. Oh my god. All right, let's go ahead and eliminate 1, 2, 3. Yep, that'll do it. Love that. All right, and now let's do, well, it'll be a hostile reaction, so we'll attack Aaron, which he has a vuln of +2/+1. So that becomes a 11. And then they are swarming him technically, so that's a total of +4. So it becomes a 13, which is 2 wounds. That was to defeat cover. So 2 wounds. Let's do... Aaron will do... Oh, there's not. Okay, well, we'll do our armor. So roll against the armor. So 2, that will absorb a wound. So that down to 5. And then we will take a wound. 2 wounds on us. Not good. All right, I think it'd be time to heal soon. Let's go ahead and Aaron will swing. Boom. Get a swing off. +1, +2, +3. Total of +3 is it? Okay. He's a 5, so you just need to roll a 2 or higher. 10, brutalized. Get the one, obviously get him out of here. Get him out of here. Beautiful. And then Aaron will spend an action to cast, I think it's an action cost, right? Yep, to do minor heal. We have a holy symbol adds +1 or heal rolls as well. So +1, and it costs 3 divinity. What do we got? 5, 6, 7. So down to 4. Thanks. Down to 4 divinity, huh? That's tough. Not good at all. Oh, but we did get 2 back for the hit there. So 2 becomes a 4. So we're actually up at 6. Okay. And now let's roll for our healing. With a +1 to our roll. A 2 with a +1 is a 3. Is here a total of 2 wounds. Oh, there we go. So actually, didn't even need the plus necessarily. Beautiful. Okay, and then finally, let's do Whisper. Go ahead and do an attack from the shadows here. So he gets it's +2, and then +3, +4. So we just need to roll 5. Got a 2, that's a miss. That does cause a bone. So now it's total plus what, 6? So he needs to roll 3 or higher. Attack again. And a 3. He does it. Boom, eliminated. Beautiful. Gives us 4 experience and 2 copper. These nuisance monsters, they don't give you a ton, but hey, again, I'll take anything I can get. Say 4 experience. So we'll go ahead and put them on Whisper, even though it doesn't matter. And 2 copper. Beautiful. All right, Cave Spider, get him out of here. Oh. In the locked door area. I think that'll be it for this turn, right? Everybody use their actions. Yep, so let's go ahead and end of game turn, recover focus. Kymor is actually down. What is he at? 2, 3. Yep, so he will go up to 4. He says he should actually, his max is out of 5. Didn't cost hostiles close. No. The only thing will be advance the game turn marker down to 1. Yikes. Glad I used the 1 ability. Flip our shadow counters, and then obviously flip our action counters over, and we'll start a new turn here. All right, new turn. Whisper is going to go ahead and use let's see here. Let's use a torch on the pit trap here. Reduce the location cost to 0. And we'll spend an action, and Whisper will go ahead and move in. Now there is a pit trap he has to deal with, so he has to pick 2+. His pick is with a 2+ bonus. His pick is at 8+ or 6+ upgun. We're definitely going to upgun it. So 6+ with the 2+. Now he needs to roll 4 or higher to succeed. He got a 4, so he was successful. Fail would be falling. We did not fail, so therefore nothing bad happens. How wonderful for us. Kymor will go ahead and move, and Aaron will go ahead and move as well. And let's go ahead. Aaron is going to go ahead and spend an action to remove the Vulm. And let's see. I want to get into the area here. We need to activate it. So let's go ahead and spend, let's see, Kymor. Kymor will go ahead and spend an action to activate the area. So it is now active. Now we'll go ahead and place out the monsters. Now remember, Bashira and the Harpies are not, they stay in the air. You do not come following after us, chasing after us, anything like that. There will be just Bashira, although she has 3 attacks. And then the Harpies, there will be 6 of them with 2 attacks each. So, whoo, it's going to be, what's that going to be? 3, wait, what am I thinking here? Yeah. 3, 12, so 15 attacks. Holy crap. Whew. Okay, but we are stuck here in the pit trap area as of right now, and the only guy who has any movement left is Whisper, and he's definitely not going to go in on his own. So we are going to pass his last action here and wait till next turn and move in. So end of game turn, recover focus, luck, toughness, focus. What are we at? Yeah, we get 1 more focus. Perfect. We are maxed out on focus over here. Whole encounters, nothing like that. Advance game turn marker goes down to G. And then, what is on the wise? Location. Okay, we get extra actions. We'll save that. We could use it to adventure. We should have done it before, but that's okay. We'll go ahead and, yeah, flip the counters over and go into this next turn here. All right, new turn. Let's go ahead and Whisper will go ahead and use, he has 2 torches, or 3 technically, so I'll be down to 1. And we'll go ahead and use 2 of them to get a -2, so that with entrance cost in the area drops to 0. So no special entrance cost. And I think we should start moving in here. So Whisper will go ahead, spend an action, and move into the area. Into range 0. And we have an ability to activate. Remember, we get that +3 though. So +3, +4, +5. And what are we at? +5, +. So let's spend an XP. Put us at plus. So +5. We just have to roll 6 or higher. Oh, automatic. Boom, we did it. So we succeed here. So we do not have to worry about falling. Remember, we spent 2 XP to talk to some peasants or whatever in the area. So very helpful. Appreciate that, little peasants. Okay, beautiful. Now let's get, well, let's finish moving in, I guess. So Kymor and Aaron will go ahead and we'll all move in. And let's get some targeting counters going here. And I'm going to do a special action here once we move in. Hang on, let me get this going. So there are, oh, there's some Harpies have, yeah, they do have 2 attacks each, that's right. Ugh. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then the bonus ones, remember? So there's 1 for each of the actual Harpies, and then a bonus action or bonus attack counter for each of them as well. All right, I know this is throwing stuff, guys. I know. You're welcome. You're welcome for leaving this in. All right, and then of course for Shira, I need to draw the actual ones, which is boom, and then what does she get? 2 more attacks here. Okay, so her main bad one is against Aaron, and then everybody gets a piece, and then. Against Kymor, and then against Whisper. Everyone gets a piece of the Bashira. Okay. Now what we're going to do, though, is I have Odin the Wise special ability. Odin's Horn. Enter location. Limit once per adventure, or once per turn, twice per total adventure. Should have used it before. Whatever. We're going to add Divine Powers value. Roll 4 dice. Hang on. What am I thinking of here? What the heck am I looking at? So we're going to roll 4 dice. Roll 4 dice for every 6 or higher. We get, I don't know what add Divine Powers value means, but whatever. Roll 4 dice for every 6 or higher. We gain a temporary action. 4 dice. Yep, so 6 or higher. 2, 3, and 1. and a 2. So we get no bonus actions. That is crap. Do I add the Divine Powers value to my die rolls? That doesn't make sense. I don't think that makes sense. So I think I'm just screwed. Well, that really sucks. Shoot, I don't even know what we're going to do. We're about to get blitzed by, was it 15 attacks here? So, yeah, that's good luck to me. I think I just got screwed. Let's see. Aaron's going to go ahead and he'll discard and draw just because give a chance we can get a special, like an action card that'll help here. And discard and draw, though, will cause a hostile reaction, but better nothing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. We need something that'll pay for like entering the striking range, so we can get Kymor and at least cause some damage here. 1 move, casting, quiet, flash, and location marker, which is a total waste. Okay, did not get what I wanted. All right, it does cause a hostile reaction. Let's go ahead and do one against Aaron here. So they have anything special? No. The 10 and a 5. So a 10 defeats cover, obviously. A 10 is a hit and won't push him unless we pay an XP, which we will definitely pay an XP. So he does take a wound, except we have armor, of course. So we'll use our armor. It's a 6, fails, armor fails, so he does take a wound. Okay. All right, and then, oops, only one action right now. We're about to, I'm not gonna ahead of myself. We're gonna get blitzed here in a second, but let's go ahead and Kymor. We'll go ahead and spend an action to move into striking range, causes a hostile reaction. Go ahead and use him here, attacking Kymor. 9 and a 6. Any bonuses? No. So 9 causes 1 wound and a push 1 XP. We'll spend an XP. And then Kymor will take a wound. Nope, he will use minor deflect to try to avoid the wound. Rolled a 7. A 7 is 1 fewer wound. It did cost him, though, 1 focus. So get rid of focus. Okay. And now Whisper will go ahead and spend an action to move into striking range as well. And that's everyone's action. So now all these attacks are going to happen to us before we get to act. So a 2 is attacking Kymor. That'll just be a Vuln on Kymor. We'll just flip that one over for the first Vuln. We'll start doing that. And then a 3. So this is on Whisper. 5 and a 3. That's a miss. But the Vuln on Whisper. And then against Aaron. 5 and a 6. That's a miss. Yep, but that is a Vuln on Aaron. Now against Whisper. 7, 8, 9. So that is a hit. And push or spend an XP. Definitely going to spend an XP so I don't get pushed. And then, oh, you don't have dodgy, huh? That's okay. So I'll just take a wound. Two here. We're going to attack Kymor. 6, 7, 8. That is a hit and causes a wound. He will cast Minor Deflect. He has to roll a 4 or higher to avoid a wound. He does. He avoids a wound. 3. Attacking Whisper with a, what is it, +2. So that is a 7. That is 1 wound. No XP's left, so we can't do that. So he'll just have to take the wound. Well, that's 2. So it becomes 2 wounds. All right, and then, oh, here we go. Another one against Kymor. 2 and 1. Oh, and I messed that up. All right, 4 and 2 +2. So that becomes a 6 and a 2. That is a miss. So that is another Vuln for Kymor. And do against Aaron here. 3, 4, 5. Defeats cover. 5 is a miss. So Aaron will take another Vuln. And now against Whisper, a total of just +2 still. So 11 and 4. That's a hit. So 11 is 2 wounds on Whisper. Whisper, there's no XP left, so Whisper will take 2 more wounds, which Whisper has 3 hit points, so Whisper is killed. We will have 2 here, so against Kymore. A +4, that's a 14. That's 3 wounds. He will cast Deflect. And no XP to boost it. Plus 3 defect. You need at least a 4 or higher. Gets a 1, so that's no wounds. And what I say, he suffered 3 wounds. So 3 wounds. He has 3 hit points, so he is killed. And we'll go the main bad guy here. They're both down, so all of his will actually target Aaron here. So let's get out, what is he, number 1? 1 and 1. Basically, he's not going to beat my heroes that are already dead into the ground. So that's nice of him. All right, so let's do his main attack. This is Bashir's, or her main attack, against Aaron here. +4, +2. So with a +4, that's a 7. That is Vuln 1 round. So I guess Vuln is now +6. So it's the main attack. So another attack. It's a +6. That is a 15. 12 plus, that's 2 wounds. 2 wounds. Aaron will, let's see. Well, studded armor, right? Will absorb. Possibly absorb one of them. Would roll a 6, so it doesn't, so that both wounds go through. Aaron had 3, so he's down to 1 health. And last attack with a +6. That is a 16. That is 2 wounds. Aaron's armor. A 2. So we had, what was it, 2 wounds, and his armor kicks in. All right, so 2 wounds go on the armor. So armor drops from 5 to 3. Sturdiness. And then that is it for their actions, correct? Yeah. Oh shit, actually, hang on. Aaron was down in range 0, right? Yeah. Okay. That's it for all of the combat actions there. We have 2 heroes that are down and 1 that has 1 health left. So let's go ahead, and a game turn, recover focus, select toughness. No. Hostiles close range, no. Oh, no Vuln encounters anyway. Advanced adventure timer, we can't. It's on the guard roll, so now we'll roll for guards. Roll a 9. So it's 2, I believe. So I'm just going to place a 2 marker on the 9+. Show the next turn. There will be 2 additional harpies that'll show up. Flip the shadow counters. Well, he's dead. Action counters. And we'll go ahead and resolve kind of the deal with them being down. And I'll flip everyone over. So, all right, we're back. So what we're going to do is if all the heroes are down, which they're not yet, you lose, right? And the campaign ends. If you have at least 1 hero with 1 HP left, 1 health left at the end of a turn during an adventure, you may retreat. So we are going to retreat. We have failed this adventure. We'll retreat, which means we will leave this adventure, leave the dungeon. We place an adventure reminder counter on the town the party position counter is located, retreated side up. So there are these cleared or retreated. We will place it here to show that we actually retreated out of there. All hero wounds are discarded. Hero divinity restored to the level listed. Remove all damage counters from armor and shields. So basically get their sturdiness back. We gain 4 gold. And then we start over with the town activities step. We can move on to the next adventure in the town deck. So basically this one is like discarded. Or Or you can play Desperation Adventure, which is you pick one town that's not part of the town deck and perform the adventure. It does let you build up your party, but it reduces your campaign scores. This is where the desperation, how many desperation adventures you went on. So we are basically clearing out all this stuff. So we are going back to starting off here. Well, at least we're at Silvergate at the moment anyway. And we will restart, but what we will have 4 gold. So yeah, we got our asses kicked. So what happened was, we didn't, realize, I mean, I sure didn't realize till I was done, wiping the blood off, is that when we went in, we didn't have enough actions to really do anything. I don't think I got to eliminate any hostiles, and they got all their attacks, and they just annihilated us. And that is the key, is when you go into an area, you want to be able to start getting down the number of hostiles immediately, because when you have to suffer, as you saw, what is it, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15 attacks. My party went from full strength, I believe, or close to every two of them are down and one has 1 health left. So what we'll do is we'll clear this. We'll gain 4 gold. And obviously you can see we have retreated to mark that we have absolutely failed clearing the Eerie. And we do get 4 gold though, so we can, buy some new equipment and stuff we may have used up, or maybe something to beef us up. Add that to the couple copper we got. But yeah, we fled with our tails between our legs. So that is not how I wanted to start off the campaign, but sometimes that's how it goes. That is the first adventure, sort of, from the Plumeria campaign of Warfighter Fantasy card game. Let me know what you think about my luck and this game in the comments below. And if you made it this far, sure appreciate a subscription. Otherwise, until next time, everybody, later.